Hi, I've had a few people ask me some questions over the last few weeks about my videos, about my vlogging, about what I'm up to, so I thought I'd do a little Q&A and answer them. So let's get into it. My first question is from my friend Laura, who wants to know how I started vlogging and making these kinds of videos. After I left my job, I had a lot of time on my hands and I started watching a lot of YouTube. And I realized that in the past, YouTube was just somewhere I went to watch a music video or a movie review, or someone would send me something funny or something like that. But I never really paid attention to YouTube as a site and as a community. And as I started watching more and more videos of different kinds of creators, I got really interested not just in the content they were creating, but in the people as well. And I started to get interested in how people created their videos. And I was watching a lot of videos about the gear that people were using to vlog and create videos. And it got me thinking that I could probably do it too. I could at least give it a try. I had never done any filming or editing before, so it's all been a learning process and just watching more videos and getting inspired by other people. And that's been really great. But what's kind of funny is that I watched a Q&A by a tech reviewer who I watch, and someone asked him if he thought of starting a vlog, and he said he didn't really have time and didn't know where he would fit it in and how he would do it with everything else he was doing. But meanwhile, I thought that what I was watching was a vlog, so I guess I'm still learning how to vlog and what a vlog even is and what the parameters are, so I hope I'm doing it right, and I hope I'm doing it at least in an entertaining way. But I'm always learning. I'm always figuring out new tricks and tools and tips, and part of the fun of it is all that learning. On to the next question. The next question is from my friend Kari. She wanted to know more about my tattoo. Now I'm thinking, because it's more visible, this is the tattoo she was talking about. As you can see, it's a bunch of monarch butterflies, and there's a caterpillar, and there's a cocoon there, and milkweed flowers. Just in general, I really love butterflies. Just find their life cycle so fascinating, and monarchs in particular, their migration pattern, it's just so interesting. In this picture, this is the way they cluster when they migrate down to Mexico. They land on the trees and they just cover them there, and I'd love to go down there one day. It's totally bucket list kind of a thing for me. But also it's kind of a tattoo in memory of my grandfather. He was a really fascinating guy. Even though he studied law, he never practiced law a day in his life. He was a painter, he was a translator, he did translated books, he translated the complete works of Oscar Wilde from English into Czech. He translated a bunch of films and did dubbing and those kinds of things. And one of his hobbies was he was an amateur entomologist, or actually an amateur lepidopterist, and he collected butterflies. At the time, he lived in communist Czechoslovakia, and it was pretty difficult for him to get rare butterflies or even get out of the country to travel and catch other butterflies. When he would come to visit us in Canada, he and I would go catch monarch butterflies because they're only in North America, and then he could take those back to Czechoslovakia and trade them for other rare butterflies that he couldn't get. Now, we can debate the ethics of pinning up butterflies and those kinds of things, but I was a little kid and this is what I used to do with my grandfather, so I got this tattoo to memorialize those three things: my love of butterflies, my love of monarch butterflies, and in memory of my grandfather. The other tattoo I have, the first one I actually got, is this one. It's a phoenix, by the way, and that's in memory of a trip I took to Mexico with my father when I was quite young, and where I got burned quite badly, not from the sun, but actually from like a proper fire burn, and I survived without any scars. It was on 90% of my face, and I think I look pretty good. But that's a story for another day. Let's move on. Even though no one asked this lately, a question I get asked all the time is how to pronounce my name. In Czech, it's pronounced Matěj. There's an accent on the E that softens the T sound, and the accent is on the first syllable, like all words are in Czech. When I came to Canada, I decided to pronounce it mate, with the accent on the second syllable. Kind of rhymes with pate. It's actually my friend Kari who asked the question about butterflies that got me thinking about it. She always says that her name rhymes with safari, and I've always said that my name rhymes with pate, so there you go. But I've heard all the variations of how to pronounce it. So if you have a new, unique one, I'd love to hear it, but I bet I've heard it. Next question. My last question comes from my friend Dia. I used to work with her, and she and my old boss John and I would sit around and talk about, all kinds of weird stuff. But one of the things we talked about was what our spirit animals are. And one day, instead of talking about spirit animals, she asked what our spirit weapon is, which I thought was a really interesting new twist on that kind of question. And the answer I came up with was that I'm a musket. And the reason is that a musket is this very detailed, ornate device, and it takes a lot of care and precision to load, and it has a lot of moving parts, and then once it's all ready to go, it fires once before you have to do all that again. And I'm not sure that's a very flattering comparison, but everyone who I said it to thought it was pretty apt and made sense. I'm kind of fussy sometimes, and it takes me a while to get ready for things, and I want things to be just so, and then I do it all over again, I guess. I don't know. Does that make sense to anybody? Well, anyway, let me know in the comments what your spirit weapon is, or your spirit animal, or your spirit anything. I once said that my spirit animal was Dia, so I guess all the rules are out the window at this point. Yeah, thanks for sticking around for this Q&A all the way till the end if you did. Please ask me some other questions that you'd like to see me address next time. And as always, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It lets me know that people are watching and are into this content. I know I'm still a little all over the place figuring myself out, but I do really appreciate everybody who watches and who's let me know that they enjoy these videos, so thank you very much. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when next time I post a video, and I'll see you next time.